And now get ready to have some fun, the Wheelhouse Rousters.
Barefoot dancing on the old brick road where the Tennessee River meets the Ohio. I want to put down this old banjo and swing my pretty girl down the show. Down on the river on a Friday night, yeah, Fridays at 5 will get you feeling right. Raise your voice up to the Lord on a Sunday morning, up to the Lord. Stoke the fire, don't you take it too long, 'cause the good old days will soon be gone. Good old days will soon be gone. Stoke the fire, don't you take too long. We're going way down low, where the waters flow, back to Opaduke. Barbecue chicken, it's the best old meat to get you tapping your feet. All the pretty girls are licking their lips, shaking their hips, and they're licking their lips when the moon is riding the Kentucky. The Kentucky took the river road through the cypress trees of Cumberland, the Tennessee, the Ohio, and the Mississippi. Hey, grab your fishing pole and let's all go back to Opaduke. So when the moon is right on the ancient mounds, across the river on the ancient mounds, all you boys call all you gals and lay your quilts down on the ground. No matter where we go, there's always a home back in Opaduke.
you.
Good morning. Thank you to the Wheelhouse Rousters for providing us some music this morning to bring in our breakfast. We appreciate them sharing that with us. It was recorded live recently at the Carson Center during their Take 5 series. We're back. Thank you for the encouragement that you've given us to bring our Power and Partnership breakfast back. It's a different format. Yes, we're recording live at the Commerce Center in the Paducah Bank Community Room. When we left you in March, all 300 plus of us at the Convention Center for our March breakfast, none of us ever would have imagined where we'd be today. We miss you so much. We're the convener of people. And so we are missing you and the time that we get to be with you all of the time. And so we miss you and we want you to know that, but we're glad to be back here today. Of course, even in this very different format. We want you to know that we never stopped working for you. Our doors were really open all of this time. We leaned upon our partnerships with the U.S. Chamber, the Kentucky Chamber, the Small Business Administration, trade associations across the country, elected officials on many different levels, school officials, and even with notes about how to just keep your sanity going during this time. We wanted to provide you the latest information that could help you with loans that you might need, with unemployment for your employees, for anything that might help you. And then we shifted from helping you with that to helping you to relaunch your business by providing sources for personal protective equipment and other resources that you might need to open your business back up. We want you to know that we're your advocacy group. We've been there for you. We never stopped working for you, and we will continue to work for you. When it came time for our July breakfast, this is the time that we always honor our local nonprofits. And this was the year for our Health and Human Services. They need your help now more than ever because they've been providing more help than ever. So when I called our July sponsor, Pill and Holland, and asked Roy Riley, would he be willing to do this with us, to do a virtual breakfast where we could honor our local nonprofits, he said without hesitation, yes, absolutely, let's do it. So here we are today. We reached out to our nonprofits, asked them if they would send us some videos that we could use to highlight their work, and we've got some of those that we're going to show with you today. So thank you for joining us. We're so appreciative to be back. We hope to be back in person soon as we can, with small groups, then moving into larger groups and moving in back to the way we used to be. So we're looking forward to that day. We're going to kick off our breakfast with 2 short videos, the first one from Community Kitchen and then from the Four Rivers Behavioral Health. And after that, you'll hear from Chad Byer. He's the 2020 chairman of the board. He missed our March breakfast. He wasn't able to be there, so he hasn't seen some of you since February, so we're really glad to have him with us today. After that, you're going to hear some about our announcements and upcoming events, because even though we're having to do them in a different way, we're continuing to do events and to serve our own members and be a part of this active community. So here we are with videos, then Chad, and then we'll have the rest of our breakfast. Thanks again for joining us.
Sally Michelson, Community Kitchen. As you can see, we are serving today. During the pandemic, we have gone from $3.50 a day up to $1,000. We offer services which are not in use right now because we have washer and dryers, we have showers, we have free haircuts, we have social workers, and we also have a health fair, along with bicycles we give. Because everyone in our kitchen is a volunteer in this community, and all of our finances come through people in Paducah.
Four Rivers Behavioral Health has continued to provide mental health, substance abuse, and intellectual disability service during this difficult time. Stress, anxiety, loneliness, depression, and substance abuse issues have all been brought to the forefront in this time of crisis. We appreciate the Chamber of Commerce highlighting the work we do, along with all the other nonprofits in our area. Our clinicians have been working with new and existing clients via telehealth video conferencing to make sure they get the services they need to keep them on their best life path.
Good morning. Thank you, Sandra. And on behalf of the board, I want to thank each of you for joining us this morning. We wish we were in person. We wish we were able to catch up and shake hands and enjoy time together. Unfortunately, we're not there yet, but we look forward to that time and hope that it will be soon. As Sandra mentioned, your chamber has been busy during this time. Though we haven't been able to meet in person and have events, we have continued working to serve our members. I'm especially proud of the shift from business as usual to COVID response that the Chamber has made. They have turned on a dime and never slowed down. They have been constantly focused on serving our members and our community. I believe that our efforts have been a great resource to the businesses of our area, and I'm not sure you can find more complete and accurate information regarding COVID response for business than our COVID resource page. That page, over the last several months, has driven a significant increase in traffic to our website. In addition to that, the Chamber has hosted multiple webinars and virtual calls on topics that have ranged from SBA loans, unemployment insurance, marketing, and emotional health. We have had updates from our school systems, our hospitals, our elected officials, including Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Congressman James Comer. Sandra and the staff have been busy, to say the least, and I want to take this opportunity to thank them personally. Sandra, Kelly, Jill, Carrie, and Cindy, thank you for your hard work during this time. The Chamber has also served as the catalyst for the creation of a COVID recovery task force. This is a diverse group focused on having a tangible impact on small businesses working towards recovery and providing a centralized location for resources and messaging. So again, we've been busy, and we hope that our efforts have been beneficial to you. With all that we've been dealing with for the last several months, I can't think of a better topic for today than focusing on our health and human service organizations. I'm encouraged, and I find hope that we have organizations like this in our community committed to serving those in need. In closing, I want to share a quick story. About 3 years ago, I competed in a 31-mile paddleboard race down the Tennessee River from Chattanooga. This particular year was known as the Year of the Wind. The race started at about 45-degree temperatures, less than ideal for water sports. The first 20 miles actually went relatively well. There was near constant 15-mile-an-hour headwinds that made it harder, but it was bearable. And I felt kind of fast, actually. Not that I was, but I felt pretty good. At mile 20, after about 4 hours of paddling, I rounded a bend to what I later learned was a 30-mile-an-hour headwind with waves 1 to 2 foot high. I remember being pushed backwards. I remember my 28-inch wide board being amazingly unstable. I remember being alone. I remember wondering how I would ever get through this. I also remember widening my stance to be more stable, choking up on my paddle for more power, focusing my eyes in front of my board rather than on my unstable board. I remember constantly saying, "You got this." I remember wanting to quit, but knowing that was not an option. The next mile and a half took about an hour and a half to paddle. But on the other side of the hour and a half of intense struggle, 15-mile-an-hour headwinds felt really good, quite peaceful actually. I finished the 31 miles in just over 8 hours, amazingly slow, even for the Year of the Wind. I remember seeing my wife and my son when I paddled in. It was an emotional experience, to say the least, to see them, to be on solid ground, to have finished the race knowing that I didn't quit. The other side of all the struggle and all the pain was a bit euphoric. I felt simply appreciative. I share this story to illustrate this. I don't know what this year will be known as, but I know for many of us it's been full of struggle and uncertainty. I believe and I know that the other side of struggle is something better. So if all that we're going through this year feels like rough water or that you're being blown backwards, I just want to encourage you, dig in, widen your stance, keep paddling forward. If you need encouragement, resources, or someone beside you, reach out to us here at the Chamber. We're here to serve, we want to help, and we believe in each of you. Thanks again for joining us this morning. Sandra is going to come back now and share a few other announcements. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad. We appreciate you sharing that story. Hey, it wouldn't be a chamber breakfast if we weren't doing some announcements, right? So I want to kick off with some new members that have joined the chamber since we met with you last in March. And so I'm just going to quickly read their names. Broussard's Cajun Cuisine, Byers Law Firm, Culver's, Dry House Restoration, Forever Pampered, Haverstock Bell and Pittman, Holland Stivers Employer Solutions, Honest Windows and Doors, In and Around Paducah, JCCB Gifts, Kirchhoff's Bakery and Deli, Lone Oak Lions Club, Maple Lawn Park Cemetery, McBride Max Sales, Morgan Collins Easton Sawyer, Nissan of Paducah, Paducah Axe, Parks Electric Inc., Silent Brigade Distillery, Steve Mills Construction, TRC Inspections, TriStar Construction, and the U.S. Army Recruiting Station. We also have celebrated several ribbon cuttings recently with Paducah Axe, Salcuth and Prink, JCCB Vendors, and FNB Bank's new Midtown location. So we do have some upcoming events I want to share. Next Thursday, July 16th from 5 to 7, the Paducah Young Professionals have a night of mini golf and networking at Paducah Beer Works. So the event will be held outside in the parking lot. It's sponsored by FNB Bank, so there's no charge to attend or play golf. You can buy dinner and drinks inside at Paducah Beer Works if you want, and we want to remind you to please bring a mask, and we'll have some there too if you need them. Since we have a spotlight on our nonprofits today, we also want to announce that the Paducah Young Professionals are teaming up with the American Red Cross to host a blood drive on Wednesday, August 12th, and it will be here at the Commerce Center in the Paducah Bank Community Room. So more information will be coming about that soon. And also, we're going to return with an Out to Lunch, and that's on July 28th on Tuesday out at Bambino's Drive-In Pizza and Subs, 7050 Benton Road. Because they're a drive-in, this is a unique way for us to host an event, support a local restaurant, and continue to follow social distancing guidelines. So we'll get more information out about that too, and it's on July 28th. So our current Leadership Paducah Class 33 was also stalled after our March meeting. However, that has not stopped them from continuing on with their class project that you will hear more about in just a second. While typically they would have graduated in June, we are holding on that for just a little while longer. They are holding their final class next week, wrapping up their class project, and will graduate later this fall. But meanwhile, we're actively recruiting for Class 34. That will begin in September, so the deadline to apply is July 24th. I want to share with you now some more information from Leadership Paducah from two members of this year's class, Cade Foster and Brent Hausman. So let's start now with Cade.
Hello, my name is Cade Foster, and I would like to take a few moments to tell you about the Chamber of Commerce's Leadership Paducah program and its value to a non-native like me. If you're not from Paducah and you move here, you will quickly learn that Paducah punches above its weight when it comes to historical events. Like how Lewis and Clark passed by here on the Ohio River, and Clark would later return to survey and develop Paducah. And how General Grant won his first key tactical advantage of the Civil War right here. And who could fail to learn about how Paducah earned the name the Atomic City by helping the United States stockpile nuclear arms to defend itself against its foes following World War II. Those historical events fascinated me, but I wanted to learn more about Paducah today, and that's why I applied to the Leadership Paducah program. The Leadership Paducah program showed me that Paducah is still punching above its weight today. It's leading the way in industries like healthcare, transportation, and information technology, while excelling in fields like arts and tourism. It punches above its weight in the talent that it attracts. Now, this talent will be filled in your Leadership Paducah program with your classmates. You will build valuable relationships that will carry you forward both personally and professionally. It also showed me that Paducah exemplifies service above self and is filled with a community of people who are extravagantly generous. The Leadership Paducah program showed me that while Paducah may be a small city, it punches above its weight and can stand toe-to-toe with the heavyweights. If you're not from Paducah, I would encourage you to apply to the Leadership Paducah program. It will help you take one more step towards calling Paducah your home. And with that, I'll pass it over to Mr. Brent Hausman.
All right, thanks, Kate. I appreciate that. Folks, if you have not participated in Leadership Paducah, this is your chance. Employers, if you have someone in your office that has not participated in Leadership Paducah, please encourage them to do that. As Sandra said, the deadline for signups is July 24th, so it's coming up here in a few weeks. As someone that's been around Paducah all of his life, been around the chamber for 20-something years, I unfortunately did not participate in Leadership Paducah early on. So being a part of Class 33 has been an amazing experience. Growing up here, I knew most about what I thought I knew most about what goes on in Paducah, but I've learned so much over the last 9 months or so. As Kate said, the relationships that have been formed, I am certain that we will be friends for life. 37 different people came together for a retreat 9 months ago, almost now. And so it's hard to believe, and we really don't want it to end. Our time together has been great. We've been through a lot. We'll have a wedding of one of our class members this week. We'll have a baby born from one of our class members here in a few weeks. We've had job changes. We've had promotions. We've even had ribbon cuttings of one of our own members, and so we've celebrated a lot and enjoyed a lot of special times together. One of those things that we've worked on that's been awesome is our class project, the Wishing Upon a Star Bed Project with Starfish Orphan Ministry. We spent our day looking at nonprofits, looking at different things, and so many worthy nonprofits in our area and that do such a great job. Starfish Orphan Ministry came in, and it was like, boom, we knew right then. So our goal was to help them provide beds for kids in our area. Starfish has or receives around 1,200 requests for beds a year. Think about that for a second. 1,200 children in our very own community sleeping on the floor, sleeping on a couch, sleeping in someone else's bed that don't have beds of their own. So it became very evident that would be our project, and it would be our goal to help Starfish provide 1,200 beds to kids here in our area. If you have not participated, if you've not given, we're not done. As Sandra said, we've extended our deadline just a little bit. If you have not participated in that, look at leadershippaducahproject.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Leadership Paducah Class 33 Project, and all of the details are on there. If you have questions past that, message us on Facebook. We'd be glad to get back to you. Sandra, thank you very much. If you'll tune in right now.
The Orphan Ministry has been really busy since COVID-19 hit. We've been giving away beds and refrigerators and stoves, and we are so honored this year in particular that Leadership Paducah is raising money to help us build beds for children in need. So what we need to do now is take piles of wood like this and turn into beds like this. And we need your help. We are so thankful for it.
I am so proud of Leadership Paducah Class 33. What they have gone through with being separated and not being able to be together, and to continue to push to put every child in Paducah in a bed is simply amazing. And so we can't wait to announce their total. We're planning to do that at our August virtual Power and Partnership Breakfast. So we'll have some of the class members here to do that, but we're going to take care of that problem, that class is, with what they've done. Also on Friday at 2 o'clock, last year's class is going to have the dedication of their house. They built a house with Habitat for Humanity. So you'll see some pictures of that at our next August breakfast too. So we're very proud of both. So leadershippaducahproject.com if you want to still give on the beds. PaducahChamber.org if you want to apply for Leadership Paducah. Remember, the deadline is July 24th. So today we are celebrating and extending our thanks to the many nonprofit organizations in our community who provide care related to health and human services that are chamber members. These organizations have just gone above and beyond during this time. And so I want to just show on the screen, this is the first half of the group on this list. We're so proud to have them as members of the chamber. So now we're going to watch 2 short videos from a couple of those. As I mentioned earlier, we did ask them to send videos. So here's one from Hope Unlimited and EKCEP.
Hello, I am Nicole Farley, the Executive Director of Hope Unlimited Family Care Center, where we are helping parents not just survive, but truly thrive with our free parenting classes. We are also in our schools helping students understand how valuable they are and how important life is, as well as offering a free prenatal care clinic to moms and dads in our community, helping them choose life for their baby. Thank you for partnering with us.
Hello, I'm Phyllis Nunn, Job Entry and Retention Support Specialist for the University of Kentucky's Opioid Response Effort. I'm assigned to the Purchase Area District, where I work with employees and applicants who were once in recovery for substance use disorder and those who have been justice involved. I help those applicants find employment throughout the Purchase Area District. So please, if you need my assistance and you'd like to learn more about our program, please give me a call. Thank you.
And now here's some more. We have a lot of chamber members who are nonprofits. As you know, we rotate every other year. One year we do the arts, which that was last year. This year we are doing the health and human services. So there's the second page of the list of nonprofits that really are related to that health and human services. We are so thankful for their membership and support with the chamber, and we're just happy to honor them in some way. And some of them have sent videos that we will show all of the videos and some others on our Facebook page during the month of July. So here's 2 more. Here are 2 more short videos from those nonprofits, Norton Children's Hospital and Child Watch.
Hi, I'm Emmett Ramser, Chief Administrative Officer at Norton Children's Hospital. Norton Children's serves more than 185,000 kids, including 6,000 right here in Western Kentucky. Our team is dedicated to providing the best care in heart, cancer, diabetes, and so much more. Besides our Louisville hospital, we have an outpatient center here in Paducah and telemedicine programs so families can seek treatment at home. As a not-for-profit, we truly appreciate your support as we work to serve all Kentuckians. For more information, please visit nortonchildrens.com.
Child Watch has lots of ways to help kids who have been abused or neglected.
They have free mental health therapy to help them heal from their trauma and learn to be a kid again. They help families too with support groups and parenting tips.
Their causes, court-appointed special advocates, are volunteers who help children who were removed from their homes when their parents can't take care of them anymore. CASAs are a voice for kids when they have no one else to speak for them.
Child Watch comes to our school and over 30 others every year to teach us about body safety and how to stay safe when we're online.
Did we mention that all of this is free?
It is because of our generous community.
Thanks for your support.
It's now my pleasure to introduce our sponsor for today's breakfast, Peel and Holland. Speaking today is Roy Riley. Please join me in thanking Peel and Holland and welcoming Roy. Roy.
Thanks, Chad, and good morning. On behalf of Peel and Holland, thank you, Sandra, Chad, and the entire team at the Paducah Chamber for having us this morning. We appreciate being a part of the first virtual chamber breakfast and applaud the chamber for getting back to business in a new and safe way. What unique times our country and our world have navigated the past 4+ months and continue to deal with daily. The impact that COVID has wreaked on each of our businesses has been significant. The emotions of our businesses that we've had to deal with as we navigate the continual racial injustice are also impactful. But it is encouraging to see how now, for the first time, the business community is truly engaged in becoming part of the solution. The pace of change has been dizzying, and the stakes for our businesses have never been higher. And I'm grateful for the Paducah Chamber and their assistance in keeping us all up to date with what's going on. At Peel and Holland, our team's why, what drives us every day, is how we passionately care. We passionately care for our clients, our team, and our communities. I want to personally challenge each of us business owners and businesses in Paducah to continue to passionately care for Paducah as we continue to navigate the trials of COVID and the opportunities to make progress on social injustice. As we focus today on nonprofits, truly the need of our support may have never been more important than today. I'm proud of how Peel and Holland has responded to this. Our caring committee, made up of several of our team members, took some of our money that's been saved over the last few months on canceled events and canceled travel, helped to refocus our budgets and reinvest in our communities. Over the past 3 months, the team has donated almost $40,000 to 47 different nonprofits in the West Kentucky region. We're also working as an organization on our response to the racial injustice to make our response intentional. We've encouraged our team members to individually reflect and get more educated. We're facilitating conversations within our team and our organization to help us process through the emotions and also understand our own learning. We're also focusing how we can better respond both internally and externally as an organization. Remember, if we will all do just one thing, what a difference we can collectively make. Another way that Peel and Holland lives our why of passionately caring is reinvesting in our communities, in our fellow businesses, and in our region's leaders who drive both. We do this by partnering with Heartland Church to bring the Global Leadership Summit and our Next Steps Leadership Development Series to Paducah. This year, GLS will be held August the 6th and 7th and will be a virtual event. While we will miss seeing everyone and networking together, I want to encourage each of us to attend. I encourage you to gather in small groups at your offices or within your own leadership networks and attend together so that you can unpack the great leadership content as a group. The need for leadership truly has never been greater. To register, go to heartlandchurch.life and click on the GLS card. Remember, when a leader gets better, everyone wins. Now, speaking of a winner, the Paducah McCracken County United Way has been a great partner to the Chamber for many years, and it's been an integral part of the planning of the Salute for Nonprofits breakfast. When we started looking for a guest speaker for today's event, it was a natural fit to lean on Executive Director Betsy Burkeen. Betsy has served our community through the United Way since 2013, and then was named Executive Director in 2017. She has also been active in the Chamber through her participation in Leadership Paducah Class 30 and her leadership on the Paducah Young Professionals Steering Committee. Her dedication to our community goes beyond the walls of her office, and we are grateful to have her with us today. We're going to show a short video about some of the work of the United Way, and then welcome Betsy to introduce today's speaker.
Hi. I'm Elijah.
Hi, I am Adair.
And we're from Paducah McCracken.
I apologize for the technical difficulties. Good morning. First, I'd like to say hi and thank you to Mr. Riley for the wonderful introduction today. It's only fitting that Peel and Holland would sponsor this emphasis on our local nonprofits as they're avid supporters of our United Way and our community at large. Thank you to Peel and Holland for their generous and continuous support of our community. I'd also like to say thank you to the Chamber of Commerce. You know, we are all aware that the Chamber is an advocate for our local business, but maybe you're not as familiar with the fact that the Chamber is continuously uplifting nonprofits in our community. We at the United Way are proud partners of the Paducah Area Chamber of Commerce. The United Way of Paducah McCracken County is focused on impacting and improving our local community in the areas of education, income, and health. We do this in two ways. One, by allocating funds to our local 15 partner agencies, and two, through our own community impact work. Now, what you need to know is that we are very local. In fact, only 1% of what we raise here in Paducah McCracken County leaves this community. And that 1% goes to pay our membership fee with the United Way worldwide. Now, in return for this small, minimal fee, the United Way provides us with resources, tools, programs, connection to large corporate payroll deduction accounts, and the support of amazing people like Alexia Savage. Lexi is the Southeast region of the United States Engagement Director for the United Way. She supports 275 local United Ways in 9 states. She will discuss the ever-changing role of nonprofit organizations during these challenging times and the importance of continuing to support them. Lexi has 18 years of nonprofit experience in both the arts and human and health services sectors. She earned a Bachelor of Arts in Art History and a Master of Science in Nonprofit Management, both from Florida Atlantic University. She lives in Lake Worth, Florida, with her husband and son, and I am so thankful for her willingness to speak to us today. Please join me in welcoming Alexia Savage.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Betsy, for the wonderful introduction. I'm so appreciative. It is an honor to be here with you all this morning, and I would just like to thank Betsy Burkeen, Sandra Wilson, and Kelly Davis for inviting me to this important event. And thank you so much to Peel and Holland for your sponsorship. Your opening remarks were inspiring, and it's truly heartwarming to hear how you're encouraging the support of nonprofits as we're recovering from coronavirus, as well as the importance of that equity work. This is the kind of leadership that we truly hope to see in every community. So thank you for that. And I would just like to add on a personal note that I participated in our chamber's leadership program here in my community, and it was one of the best things I've done, both personally and professionally. So I definitely encourage everyone to participate in that. So as Betsy mentioned, my name's Alexia Savage. I go by Lexi. I am the Southeast Regional Engagement Director for United Way Worldwide. And yep, Betsy is right. That means 9 states here in the Southeast region and 275 United Ways that do amazing work, just like Betsy does here in your community, to ensure that residents have the access to basics, resources that are needed year round, but especially during these challenging times. And for those of you who might not be as familiar with United Way and the fact that we are a global organization, I would just like to take a moment to share a little bit about who we are and what we do. United Way is a global organization that makes a local impact. There are more than 1,800 United Ways throughout the world in 41 countries, with 1,100 of them right here in the United States. Our mission is to ensure that every person in every community is supported to have access to the basics they need for a good life through education, financial stability, and good health. I think we can all agree that those are basic things that everyone deserves access to. United Way is a unique nonprofit, though, in the way that we fundraise to support other nonprofits. And that really sets us apart. So as you know, Betsy does great work there in your community, and we fundraise those dollars to support other health and human services organizations doing the best work in those communities. So when you support United Way, you are in turn supporting some of the best, highest performing nonprofits in your community, meeting those greatest needs. Another great advantage to United Way is that they vet the nonprofits that they're supporting. They monitor their outcomes. They make sure that your donor dollars are going to the best possible use, and that the nonprofits are meeting those targets and outcomes, serving the community in the best possible way. So the nonprofits that United Way supports and partner with, like so many that were featured in the great videos that we saw this morning, are critical to the health of our local communities, enabling people of all ages to meet their most basic needs, find their independence, to stand on their own, and thrive and recover from unexpected crises that might leave them unable to keep a roof over their heads or food on their tables. And the work of these organizations across the U.S. in every community is only getting harder. In a recent Forbes article featuring United Way Worldwide CEO Brian Gallagher, it was estimated that nonprofits, which make up 5.4% of the GDP and employ more than 12 million individuals globally, would need a collective $60 billion to avoid collapse because of the coronavirus. This article also shared that in the US, organizations like 211, the crisis hotline, has seen a 300% increase in calls from individuals who lost their jobs, needed food, and other critical supports. These individuals included our healthcare and frontline workers, students, and families. This is just one example of why it's so important that nonprofits are supported during this time of increased demand as we are recovering from coronavirus, but also addressing the inequity that coronavirus has revealed, as well as other very unfortunate and upsetting current events. The support of local nonprofits by the business community partners is critical. And the importance of these partnerships has been increasingly evident as we work together I want to emphasize that, together, to navigate these uncharted territories. The road to recovery might be long and arduous, but with the right partnerships and the right support, it's possible. And maybe it's not about returning to a new normal where we were before. Maybe it's about being better, doing better, reimagining, and rebuilding together through meaningful partnerships, open conversations, and dialogue that allow us to come out of this better than ever, with stronger relationships in our communities. Plus, an added benefit of these types of partnerships is that customers love when companies demonstrate their corporate social responsibility. Several studies have shown that when companies commit to their CSR, it has a direct influence on customer loyalty, a positive effect on brand awareness, and customer satisfaction. So not only does it feel good for you to give back as individuals, and I think you can all attest to that, it sounds like you're a very giving community, but it's also good for business. So it's my hope that all of you leave this virtual event here today with giving back on your minds, and look to see how you might partner with Betsy and her United Way or any of the other awesome nonprofits that were highlighted this morning. And think about how you might work together to ensure that everyone in your community has the opportunity to thrive. This can be through corporate partnerships to solve a particular issue, through financial support, or volunteering virtually or in person, depending on how things are going in your community. And I think with everything going on, there's also a lot of room to get creative. So I encourage you to identify a nonprofit that you want to partner with, or maybe a couple, and have those conversations. Think about how you might work together to solve some of the key issues facing your community now and in the future for that long-term recovery, because it's going to be a long road, and if we're in it together, it will be even better. Because when your community is successful, so are you as business leaders and nonprofit leaders. I would just like to thank you so much for hosting me today. I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity. So thank you so much. Thank you, Betsy, Sandra, and Kelly again for hosting me.
Thank you so much, Lexi, for joining us from Florida. And so we were really appreciative. I think we did have one glitch on one of our Facebook Lives on seeing that, but if you were joining on Zoom or on our own Facebook, you were able to see her the entire time. So we apologize if there might have been a little technical glitch on one of the Facebook feeds. But thank you to Peel and Holland. Again, I want to say when we called Roy and asked him if he would be willing to do this as a virtual breakfast with us, there was not even a moment's hesitation. He said absolutely. So that shows their commitment to nonprofits throughout this region, throughout to all the chambers throughout the region, and we're thankful to have them as part of the Paducah Chamber and sponsor of our July breakfast. We are going to wrap up with 3 more short videos, but stay tuned, because then we're going to have a drawing for our great door prizes. So just a second, here are the 3 more short videos: Paducah Cooperative Ministry, Easter Seals, and Merriman House.
Hi, I'm Heidi with Paducah Cooperative Ministry. Peanut butter, tuna helper, mac and cheese. Some of the essential items found in the PCM Emergency Food Pantry Program: toilet paper, trash bags, laundry detergent. Can't operate a homeless shelter for women and children without these essential items. And don't forget the cheese. 404 low-income seniors receive monthly nutritional support from PCM, and cheese is their very favorite item. Finally, Moonlight Ride, end of July. Check out moonlightridepaducah.com for details. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. This is Kyle from Easter Seals, West Kentucky. Hope everybody is doing well, staying safe out there. A couple updates that we have. Kiddos came back a couple of weeks ago. Are hoping our adults will get to come back here in a couple of weeks. Just ready to get back to normal. We miss our people a lot. Hope to see y'all soon.
Hello, my name is Kayla McAllister, and I'm the Director of Community Engagement at the Merriman House. At the beginning of the pandemic, it was truly awe-inspiring to watch our community's collective focus shift immediately to our neighbors in need, to our most vulnerable, including our clients. So now, as we adjust to our new normal, I ask that we continue to work together as closely as we have throughout COVID-19. Please keep calling and asking how you can help. Please keep volunteering. Please keep telling your friends that the Merriman House needs you, that survivors need you, because we do. And I hope to see you in person soon. Thank you.
Well, thanks again. I'm calling Roy Riley to just be back up here. Keep your distance. We're keeping all of our social distance today just for our wrap up. But Pill and Holland has supplied us with 3 great door prizes. We did say if you were registered through Zoom to come on that you would be eligible. So we do have some drawings for gift certificates from Rose Garden, from Midtown Market, and Mellow Mushroom. 3 great chamber members that we're appreciative of. So, Chad, who you got?
Sherry Wessel,
Sherry Wessel,
Todd Myers, and Valerie Bond.
And Valerie Bond. So we'll be mailing those out to you again. Thank you, Pill and Holland, for the door prizes, but thank you for the sponsorship for today's breakfast. We appreciate it so very much. And thank you, Chad, for being here with us today. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back on August 6th. Mercy Health is our sponsor, so we'll have a great breakfast plan for you that day. Well, we'll have a great event. I don't know about the breakfast part, so it depends on what you picked out to have for breakfast this morning. So we hope you had a great breakfast wherever you were watching us, and that you'll join us again at the next chamber event. Go to paducahchamber.org for that information. And if you want to donate to the Leadership Paducah Project, leadershippaducahproject.com. Thank you so much and have a great day.